Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm John Lazarus with Stories Matter and D&E Publishing. This is hard for me to say, fans of Stories Matter, but I'm dying of cancer. This may be the last video I ever publish. Okay, not really. But that got your attention, didn't it? Made you want to keep watching? In today's video, we'll look at ways to utilize this power effectively in our fiction. But first, a word from our sponsor. Speaking of hooks, today's video is brought to you by prostitution. Are you an aspiring writer looking to blow off a bit of steam brought on by a nasty bout of writer's block? Are you a different aspiring writer trying to earn some rent money between projects? Well, prostitution might be right for both of you. This ancient, noble profession has been serving mankind for millennia. And whether you decide to be a patron or a service provider, both have a proven record of helping participants overcome or at least ignore daddy issues. For further inquiries, please contact colorfully dressed men on any street corner near you. Fiction, at its most basic essence, is all about lying. It's fundamentally about tricks and deceit and pulling the wool from behind your reader's eyes. As a fiction writer, you use big words to lie and make yourself appear smart and distract others from the fact that if the apocalypse were to come, your uselessness to mankind would make you one of the first left behind to die. The hook is the cornerstone to this deception. It's the flashing titty, the taste of that first sip of absinthe, the smell of the newly lit rock smoldering in the crack pipe. It's there to blind the reader to the crooked teeth, the blinding hangover, the achy withdrawal, and the kiss of concrete in the back alley. Before we start, let's look at some examples of great opening hooks from classic works of fiction. I Am an Invisible Man, from Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. This is a great opening for people who don't read the titles of the books they're reading. River run past even Adams, from serve of shore to bend of bay, brings us by a commodious vicus of recirculation back to Howth Castle and environs. From Finnegan's Wake by James Joyce. Truer words have never been spoken. You want to be there, you know you do. Don't lie, darling. I know what you think when you look up at that splendorous place atop the mountain. I know what fills you, spurs you on, fuels your dreams. You're obsessed with being chosen. Everyone is. From Model Land by Tyra Banks. There's so much confidence in the prose here, such command of the language. You can tell Tyra's going to hit you with truths other models/talk show hosts wouldn't dream of. So, how can we be as effective as these three? Step 1. Start in the middle of the action. This is sometimes referred to as in media res, which is Latin for things called media, they go to the middle. Starting this way confuses your reader, which is good because most people read books to appear smart. So this forces your reader to keep reading to find clarity so they feel like less of a dumbass. Using tricks to prey on the insecurities of your reader is what writing's all about. Step 2. Imply intriguing contexts. It's not just about confusing your reader, and it's not just about shocking your reader with mutilations and expletives and left-wing ideas like murdering anyone who celebrates Christmas. A context could be an era, place, or scenario. You could allude to an ongoing conflict, or bring up an interesting fact about a place or era of history. Here's how I started Doughboys, my World War II drama set in the North African theater. By the end of 1944, half the men in L Division would never return home. Most of those who did came back missing a body part or two. But everyone who came back whole had one pastry chef to thank. Step 3. Set the voice and tone. We often think of hooks as being plot-dependent, but voice and tone matter just as much. If they're anything like me, the average reader is going to spend the next month or so listening to this person, this narrator. So they want it to be someone unlike their family members or coworkers, somebody worth listening to. From the opening lines of Kerouac's On the Road, you can tell Sal Paradise is a free spirit, someone not brought down by the old ball and chain. You could try being funny, but I'd recommend something sad and desperate. It'll come more naturally to you, and if my 7 estranged kids have taught me anything, guilt is a powerful motivator. Step 4. Invite controversy. Rudyard Kipling once began a story like this. A man should, whatever happens, keep to his own caste, race, and breed. Let the white go with the white, and the black to the black. Then, Whatever trouble falls is in the ordinary course of things, neither sudden, alien, nor unexpected. Now, am I suggesting you start your story advocating racial segregation? Kinda. I mean, Kipling's famous, and you aren't, so he must be onto something. But if blatant racism, sexism, homophobia, zoophilia make you uncomfortable, just choose a statement that shows a strong but understandable conviction. My 2020 crime epic, A Handful of Napalm, starts like this. The one thing nobody ever tells you about crack. It never stops being awesome. Step 5. Tug the heartstrings. This seems counterintuitive, as your reader doesn't even know the character yet, so why would they feel an emotional connection? Sort of like how you ignore news stories about thousands dying in floods and earthquakes, or force yourself to not learn coworkers' names so they won't get attached and ask you to give money to their GoFundMe when they get bone marrow cancer. There are, however, certain universal emotional triggers that even people who walk past choking homeless people without a second thought can't ignore. A crying baby, a barren woman's dog about to be put down for biting a crying baby. Here's a great example of how to do this. I was insane the way an animal is insane because I'd lost everything. That's from William Shatner's biography, and it gets directly to the heart of his pain and his struggle. Well, that's all for today. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll leave you with this week's author quote of the week. See you on the next one.